Red Faction is more than just a catchy euphemism for menstruation. It's also a series of last-gen FPS games that puts its emphasis on environmental destruction. Well, the franchise has returned for next-gen systems in Red Faction Guerrilla, and it's been mutated into a pretty good sandbox game. You play as all-around good guy Alec Mason, who has come to Mars because apparently in the future, that is the land of opportunity. However, the Earth Defense Force is rounding up and executing rebels. Right away, your brother gets killed by the EDF, and you find yourself a rebel in a war you've just discovered.
He said I was Red Faction. Like it or not, Mason, you are now.
Mars is divided into 5 main zones, and you'll have to help the rebels control each zone before you can move on to the next.
Every soldier in the sector will be on your ass. Keep them busy until we get our people through.
That means you'll be experiencing a lot of missions where you simply have to destroy EDF property. But there are a pretty good variety beyond that. What's kind of nice is that the general population will be encouraged by your actions, and as the game goes along, you'll find citizens willing to fight by your side. That's cool, but the cartoonish nature of the physics takes a bit of air out of Red Faction's tires. All the vehicles tend to control like bouncy castles on wheels, and since you're largely impossible to hurt, the driving sections feel kind of absurd. Fortunately, that works perfectly for the game's multiplayer. The over-the-top action is pure kinetic fun, and we were pleasantly surprised by how well it delivered a prime deathmatch experience. Also, there are several other modes, like their take on Capture the Flag, or matches where you destroy or protect buildings. Plus, there's so many missions and optional things to get.
With the right tools, you can make an impossible task look easy. And then afterwards, you can talk about how awesome you are.
You'll have plenty to do while your girlfriend is experiencing her monthly Red Faction. Red Faction Guerrilla gets a 4 out of 5.
Should have figured you'd volunteer for this one. You better know your
We don't always judge video games based off of how much we can smash up in them, but we're willing to make an exception for Red Faction Armageddon.
That should do it.
This is a game whose sole focus seems to be on destroying structures and shooting giant bugs. If a 10-year-old could program a video game, it'd probably be a little bit like this.
How old are we talking?
Armageddon isn't a bad game really, but it feels like a slide backwards for the series.
Mayday! Mayday!
After something goes terribly wrong on Mars' surface, everyone has to head underground.
We were forced deep underground, into caverns and mines.
That is a huge disappointment because the open-world feeling of the last installment is gone. Now you're left to explore a series of caves while blowing up a bunch of insects. It feels like a flaccid combination of Total Recall and Starship Troopers.
Thought your policy was no questions asked.
The only hackneyed concept this game is missing is a magnet gun.
Engage magnet gun.
Magnet gun engaged.
Okay, whatever. Another disappointment is a lack of commitment to multiplayer. Red Faction Armageddon features a standalone co-op mode, but nothing beyond that. It's just really surprising that they haven't worked out some kind of deathmatch for this game.
You got it.
I wish we were. Don't get us wrong. Overall, the graphics are nice to look at, the destruction-based gameplay is amusing, and the co-op is solid. It's nice to be able to play with friends, but after 15 minutes of this, you'll probably look at each other and switch to a game that's actually fun.
This may take a while.
Red Faction Armageddon gets a 3
Move along if you're not buying.
out of 5.